In this week's episode, we get invaded by bugs. We visit a cave with some bugs of its own. And of course, we try a few tasty beverages. Join us as we head underground. Good morning, Toni Tao.
Good morning.
You have to talk really loud because we have this microphone instead of the clip-ons because we lost one of the clip-ons. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like we're going to be able to order just a transmitter. I think we're going to have to order a whole new set, which kind of sucks, but is what it is. We are leaving Greater RV Park down in Mary Esther, Florida. Thoughts on this park?
The park was amazing. And Russell and his wife were so accommodating, so much so that we had a package that didn't arrive, and so they're going to forward it for us, which they didn't have to do. It's so quiet, it's clean, it's well done. I've said this before, if I was to do a small RV park, this is exactly what I would do.
Yeah, it's a gorgeous little park. There is a banana tree that has got all kinds of bananas coming off of it. They're not ripe yet, but he's going to have a ton of bananas to eat. Today we are heading out and we're heading up towards Montgomery, Alabama. We're going to spend one night there. We're kind of pushing our way north, going back to North Carolina for a week to visit with Toni's sister, who's not doing well. More on that later. But we are heading back there. We're going to spend a week up there. So we have a couple days of hard driving to get there. So yeah, we'll see you up in Montgomery, Alabama. The drive up to Montgomery was an easy run. After a night's sleep, it was time to pack it up and hit the road again. Time to get the slides in and get this show on the road, but I noticed something on the cap. When we were in Florida, the dragonflies decided to lay eggs on my RV. Here they are. I'm gonna wipe them off though. I don't wanna have it mess up my RV. Sorry, dragonflies. I know, I'm wiping away your babies. All right, slides are coming in. Toni Tao's got the bedroom slide. All right, that one's in. I know the kitchen slide's coming next. I can hear it coming right now. Our campsite slide started making some noise the other day. I wanna see if you can hear it. Of course it didn't make it this time. It's kind of like a buzzing noise, like something's rubbing against something. I'm gonna have to get down there and take a look and probably lubricate it again. What are you turning off now?
Air conditioning.
Ah, smart. I married a smart gal in this Toni Tao. Here, have a camera. Talk to the kids.
Hi, kids.
Tell them how you gotta waggle these things before you put them away.
Gotta waggle these things before you put them away or they drop rocks into your trailer. I heard people put like little baby Crocs on them, which I think is cute.
I think that's a swell idea.
Don't you think?
All right, let's go to hitchhike.
Which means while he's going to hitchhike, the back legs come up, so I just gather those little blocks.
So we've also had an issue with the auto leveler. Man, my mouth is not working. Where it will get us to hitch height, but it won't go to ready on the front panel. Here, I'll show you. So it's at hitch height, but it's just showing that it's still adjusting for hitch height. My solution has been to power, because if you let it sit, it will time out and start yelling at us. So my solution has been to just power it off, power it on, and hit the front jack button for just a second, and that puts it into ready.
After packing up in Montgomery, it was off to Atlanta for another overnight. If there's one thing you should know about Atlanta, it's that there's always traffic.
Gracie, you want to hear my interstate song? We're trying to get to the interstate. If we could get there, it would be great. But we're in Atlanta, so we have to wait before we can get to the interstate. Thank you for that round of applause. The sound that you were hearing is Gracie chewing on Funyuns because Toni Tao hid a Funyun.
She loves to find
in her car seat.
That's good, huh? All right.
Where are we at? Where are we going? What are we doing, Toni Tao?
Lexington, South Carolina.
This is the third stop on the way, and we decided to just take an extra day here instead of driving 3 days in a row. So we are going to head over to Hazelwood Brewing and grab a beer and some lunch.
I don't know how long we'll stay out because it's rainy today and it's supposed to get even worse by 4 o'clock. You know, we have a fireplace in the trailer and it's cold enough that you could actually use it.
Yeah, it is finally
Look at, he's wearing a sweatshirt. We're not having swamp ass or anything right now. It's lovely. I mean,
well, we were in North Carolina, then we went down to Savannah where it was swampy.
we've just been swamp assy for the last 2 months and I'm done with swamp ass. I even got my sweatshirt out of the closet. I'm so excited.
For those of you that don't know, Toni Tao gets like super excited about fall.
You know what fall means?
Sweater weather.
Sweater weather. And scarfs.
So Toni Tao's excited for fall. I'm excited to go get a beer.
Okay.
Gracie's excited for Funyuns. She's looking for more. All right, we've been yammering too much. Let's go get a beer.
All right.
Gracie, you ready for a beer? Wash down that Funyun. So we are at Hazelwood Brewing in Lexington, South Carolina, where we're here for just, a day. I did your standard dealer's choice flight. They're starting me out with the
We both
Oktoberfest,
start out with the Oktoberfest.
which is a Marzen. It doesn't look
Marzen.
like a Marzen.
It's a light Marzen.
Cheers.
Cheers. It's a good Marzen.
It is a good Marzen.
It's going to be a little colder.
It's not as caramely as I would expect for a Marzen, but it's good.
Okay, so I have the Lizard.
Lizard earrings. It's a Pilsner.
It's a good Pilsner. It's sweeter than normal. It's lots of flavor for a Pilsner.
I have the Mexican lager, which is the Don Rigo. We actually have two versions of this because you have the spicy version. I have the non-spicy version, correct?
Yes.
All right, so let's try the non-spicy first.
Okay. Salt
Yeah,
lime.
it's your standard Mexican salt and lime Mexican lager. It's good.
Ooh, definitely taste the salt and lime.
Mm-hmm, absolutely. So you have the spicy version. It's got a lot of kick,
It's more like taco seasoning.
but it's not overly spicy. No, that's a nice beer. The next one I have is their Neuroscience, which is, it's just their IPA.
And then I don't know the name of it, but it's a pumpkin beer.
Yeah, it's got that IPA smell. That's a tasty IPA. It's more juicy than hoppy.
It's got a little bit of bitterness on the end.
That's an IPA that you'll like.
Not a bad IPA.
That's a good pumpkin beer too. And since this is a cold and rainy day, this is going to be probably my favorite. It is their brown.
Brown ale.
Yeah, that's a tasty brown. It could be a little more carbonated.
Oh no, I don't like it. To me, it tastes like licking an ashtray.
Okay, so that beer is not for Toni Tao. All right, so all in all, good beers.
Good beers.
All right, well, we're going to finish our beers. We got some food on order. We want to take a moment to talk a little bit this week about some things that have been going on in our world lately. We alluded to it a little earlier in the video when I mentioned that we had changed up our plans when we were leaving Pensacola. Instead of heading towards New Orleans, we kind of changed directions and headed back up to North Carolina because of an illness with Toni's sister. It turned out to be a very serious illness. Do you want to talk about it a little bit?
Yeah, I'll talk about it. We try really hard to keep this channel very positive because really this lifestyle is a very positive lifestyle. It's great. But you know what? Life happens. And sometimes life will come in and just hit you upside the head. We got to see Audra in Pittsburgh earlier on this year. You know, family's very important to us. And she was struggling with some health issues then, but we had a great visit in Pittsburgh, and I will always be grateful for that. After we left Pittsburgh, my brother-in-law informed us that Audra had been diagnosed with cancer. They weren't quite sure what type of cancer it was at that time, but we decided to change up our plans as well because we were just going to do the Midwest this year, but we changed up our plans. When we were heading to New Bern to visit for a second time, Audra was hospitalized. And about that time is when they did diagnose her with a very extremely rare and extremely aggressive cancer. And I think it was just around the time we were getting ready to leave Pensacola is when we were informed Audra was leaving the hospital to go into hospice. Mm-hmm. So we headed straight back to Goldsboro, actually, and spent time there with her. Again, this was a very rare and aggressive type of cancer, and it took her really quickly.
Yes.
She passed away on Halloween at home with her family around her. This is why, personally, I love doing what we do, is because we were able to change plans and, you know, and see her more than we ever got to see her.
It was nice to have the opportunity to be able to change our plans up and just head that direction so that Toni could spend a little bit of time with her before she passed on.
Again, if you're thinking about this kind of lifestyle, that's a big plus on the plus side.
Mm-hmm.
One of the last conversations we had I said, what do you want? And she says, you know, just raise a glass to me occasionally and toast me.
We can do that.
We could do that.
We can absolutely do that.
So if you're out there, raise a glass to Audra and toast her, because she was fabulous. You know, maybe if you could send out some positive thoughts and energies to John and Kenna.
Yeah, so John is Audra's husband and Kenna is Audra's daughter. So yeah, send some positive vibes their way. And if you will indulge us for a minute or two, I just put together a quick tribute to Audra. All right, so Toni Tao and I was cruising down the road here in Tennessee, listening to the radio, and we just happened to be listening to country music. And what song came on, Toni Tao?
I don't know.
Jason Aldean, Dirt Road, I think is the name of it.
Yeah, something like that.
And he does all this hip hop, rap stuff in it. He raps in it. And I kind of said, if you're a country music singer, don't rap. Just be a country music singer. You don't need to be a hip hop artist. But then Toni Tao countered. And what'd you counter with, Toni Tao?
Devil went down to Georgia looking for soul to steal. He was in a bind. He was way behind.
Yeah. So I'm
looking to make a deal.
So I've changed up the rule. There can only be one hip hop country song, and that's it. Our next stop was the first of two in the gorgeous state of Kentucky. We drove through plenty of beautiful scenery and a few small towns before making it to our first campground in Cave City, where we met up with some old friends. Hi,
you
kids.
Know what? Bite
Welcome
me.
to, hold on. What was that, Toni Tao?
Bite me.
Okay, well, Toni Tao got her aggression out, so now welcome to Cave City, Kentucky.
Where oral hygiene is optional.
We're back hanging out with Joel and Tanya, our buddies from South Dakota as of recently. We came to Cave City because, why, Joel?
We were gonna do Mammoth Caves National Park because it's one on the list, and
we need the stamp.
Right. Well, the problem is it's shut down right now.
Yeah, the good old government decided, screw you guys, you're not going to Mammoth Caves.
And that was the only thing to do around here.
But you guys found another cave that we
there's
could.
some privately owned caves that we're gonna go explore.
Spelunking. Isn't that what it's called?
No,
Spelunking?
spelunking is if you're going caving, you're spelunking. We're not spelunking because we're not set up to go spelunking by any means.
All right, so we're going to go to some cave and not go spelunking, but just go around a cave, I guess.
Tanya's going to go to a grocery store because she's so excited about that.
I'm excited to go to a grocery store. I haven't had a good grocery store in months.
She's going to Mejeres.
Mejeres.
It's actually Myers, but when you're from Southern California, it's Mejeres.
Pronounced Mejeres.
If you live anywhere where you have an Ingles grocery store, we drive by and go, ooh, look, Ingles. All right, well, that's enough grocery store banter. We are off to see some caves.
We rolled into Crystal Onyx Caves, which was not only a cave, but a collection of the most random bits and baubles we've seen in quite some time.
Apparently we're at the Artillery and Aliens Cave. There's quite a few things around this place. We got bears.
Oh my.
Dinosaurs. Yeehaw. Ooh, giraffes too. That is Bob's big boy. It's not going to be complete if you don't have a Muscle Man shark. This place is getting better by the minute. So when you wake up in the morning and get ready to go out and have a day of adventure and you have a somewhat claustrophobic wife, the obvious choice is a cave. We'll see how Toni handles this one.
Whenever we do get down to the graded stairs down there, I want you to look directly down. That will be the staircase that Cleon Turner did climb down to, and it's only the halfway point. If you're afraid of heights, ignore the last 20 seconds. Come on.
Oh, Lord.
There's definitely a lot of stairs to climb while exploring this cave system, but the views are well worth the effort. There's even one section that provides the perfect opportunity for a rather unique selfie. How you holding up there, claustrophobic girl? Okay,
It's a
you're
beautiful
good?
cave.
All right. The cave was well lit with plenty of amazing things to see. But probably the most amazing were the totally blind bugs, also known as cave crickets. All right, kids, Crystal Onyx Cave, thoughts?
Two
Good.
thumbs up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was good.
Yeah, there was no crystal or onyx. Well, let me ask you guys.
There
what'd
was
you
crystals
think?
in the store.
There was crystals in the store, but I don't have any B-roll of that, so there's no sense you bringing it up.
Bite me.
What was your favorite part, Toni? Tell.
Not when they turned out the lights.
No?
That was very relaxing. I thought it was great.
Yeah.
I mean, it's $20, right? It was $20 a person. It's totally worth it. I really liked the stalagmites
There you go.
and the straws.
The soda straws? Those were cool.
Those were cool.
I didn't like being reminded that I was fat when I had to squeeze through that one area.
Oh, tell me about it. When I was squeezing through there, I was thinking it's a damn good thing we didn't go to the brewery first, because I wouldn't have been able to make it through. All right, Tanya, favorite part?
I think all those pools of water at the very end.
Yes.
It was super clear. I don't know. It was super cool.
Yeah, that was cool. Joel, favorite part besides riding the dinosaur?
The lake and then the crickets.
I would agree with you on the crickets. I think that was my favorite part. It was cool to see that.
Something lives down there?
Yeah, well, I mean, even in something as inhospitable as down in that cave, there is shit living in there.
Yeah.
Right?
Can we say we went spelunking?
Yeah, technically we did spelunk a little.
Thank you. Crystal Onyx Cave was definitely worth the price of admission, and we can suggest checking it out even if a government shutdown doesn't force you to.
Well, good morning, kids, and welcome to Cave City, Kentucky. We now have an intruder alert. It was about a week and a half ago. We were working our way up to North Carolina, and we stopped in, I believe it was Lexington, South Carolina. We had an overnight in an RV park there and woke up in the morning to ants all over the place. We keep Gracie's food in a Tupperware container, but one of the edges of it had popped open and they got into that. Cleaned all that up and left that park and figured, okay, we're free and clear. Well, last night we were going to sit around the fire, so we got our folding chairs out of the pass-through where we keep them, and I pulled them out of the bags and I opened them up, and there was ants all over them. That means we've got ants in the pass-through. So one thing that I am kind of worried about is the Blackstone. I grill on that. I'm sure there's a little bit of food particles or something on it, even though I wipe it down all the time. So I'm gonna pull that out and see if there's any ants in there. All right, I think we're free and clear on the Blackstone because I don't see any ants in it. That's a plus. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna do now that I have it all cleaned out, vacuum. We're just gonna vacuum out that entire pass-through to get it clean. Time for me to climb in here. I'm big, this is small. This is not gonna be fun to watch. It's actually easier to get in than it is to get out. Boy, let me pull those car keys out of my pocket before I set off the panic alarm. All right. Toni Tao is vacuuming upstairs. You can probably hear Gracie. She does not like the vacuum. That vacuum is right over my head. I'm gonna pull this wall and see what's behind there. I don't know what this is. It doesn't feel wet. If you are an exterminator watching this, and you can tell me if that is ant juice, put it in the comments below. All right. Don't see anything on the back side of it. The ants were coming up this, and so I'm sure they got into here. I don't see any ants down here though. There you go. There's a nice flattering look for me. So I don't see any ants in here, so I think we got all of them that had climbed into the bags for our chairs. So I think we're good. But while I'm under here, I am going to check out all of the connections for the sewer and the water lines just to make sure that there's no leaks there. I actually made a video on how to do this early on with our Brinkley. I'll link that up here so that you can see the inspection that I'm doing. But again, I'm still don't know what this weird stuff is. I'm thinking that's some type of sticky ant juice that tells the other ants where to go. Again, if you're an exterminator, put it in the comments below if I'm right. All right, I'm gonna finish my inspection. All right, I'm back because I just discovered something. This is a mistake on my part, and when I make mistakes, I'm gonna tell you so that you don't make the same stupid mistakes that I made. So I have been looking for, I've got this headband flashlight, and I've been looking for it for a while, and I couldn't find it anywhere. And it must have been because the last time I used it for doing this inspection under here, and I just found it. So I found it here, a little headlight thing, but it was laying kind of down in this hole. That could have caused all kinds of problems. So don't be an idiot like me. When you get done doing something, make sure you check for all of your tools and make sure you didn't leave one sitting there. I got lucky on this one. Don't be an idiot like me. If you enjoyed this episode, why not click on another to keep watching? And please join us next Sunday for more Our RV Sunsets.